Some families don't pass down curses, they pass down family trauma. On the Kansas prairie in the late 1800s, travelers began disappearing on this quiet trail. Some were seen stopping at this small family inn, a place that looked warm, welcoming, and safe on the road after a long travel. But see, inside that home lived a family who behaved kind of strangely. Father had a temper, the mother was very cold, daughter had an unsettling charm, and the son had uneasy, unpredictable energy. Neighbors whispered that something felt off, but nothing concrete tied the disappearances to that family. Until people started noticing a pattern. Those who stayed at that family inn rarely made it to their destination. And see, when suspicion grew too strong, family disappeared overnight. And what was left underneath their cabin tells a completely different story. But before we get into the deeper dive of this twisted family, if you enjoy looking at dark psychology, go ahead and hit that follow button and comment down below any other crazy families that you want me to take a look at. Why was the family acting the way that they did? Some families don't even create monsters themselves. They create environments where violence becomes normal. Reasons are as follows. The first reason is learned behavior. See, children absorb what they see. Manipulation, cruelty, and violence is something they see normally can become a skill that carries into adulthood. Second reason is group reinforcement. See, in isolated families, if someone has a tendency for violence, others often validate that violence just as part of their normal behavior. The third reason is trauma bonding. Shared secrets, often those that seem very violent in nature, and tie people together in this toxic loyalty. And the fourth reason is normalization of harm. When pain becomes routine, empathy fades. And what shocks normal people often feels normal inside these weird families. See, this wasn't a curse. It was generational damage allowed to come unchecked. When authorities had finished searching the property, they found an abandoned cellar, and it was filled with the remains of the travelers that had gone missing. And this family of innkeepers responsible for this became known as the Bloody Benders, family whose violence came from fate, from a home that trained to harm without repercussion. No curse, just trauma passed down and handed out.